Hello.
Hello, hello.
Hello. Welcome to ReAct's Juke Joint Jukebox Telethon. My name is David,
Woohoo!
and I am the artistic director of ReAct Theater, and we're coming to you live from ReAct Studios. And with me, of course, is Gary Sanford, um, who is going to be directing this production that we're fundraising for. And I just want to take a moment to thank everyone for joining us tonight. And knowing that a lot of people will be watching this after the fact, know that this is an ongoing fundraiser for our production in early 2026. And so you can keep giving until forever. With us also in the stream is one of our board members, Cassandra Parkerson,
Hello.
and she's going to be sort of our telethon tote girl in terms of um, giving us updates on how the fundraiser is doing during the live broadcast. If you're watching this after the fact, just check in on our website. There'll be weekly updates for how much money has been raised post telethon. So in tonight's broadcast, we're going to be talking about the show that we have planned and showing some highlights from past productions of Juke Joint Jukebox that have been done in other places, and chatting about the show and uh, why theater is important and how you can help and all sorts of wonderful things. So again, we greatly appreciate you joining us tonight for this um, live broadcast on both YouTube and on Facebook. Just a quick reminder, this is being broadcast on our YouTube channel, ReAct Theater's YouTube channel. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe to the channel. We would love to have you as a subscriber. On the channel, we have lots of past productions, clips from past shows, interviews with artists, and a whole bunch of other great media and recordings. So subscribe and like what you see, and comment on videos that you've enjoyed watching, and see some of our past shows. And
David, I think you're on mute.
sorry, I'm not
Okay.
sure when I cut out. I might have just tapped by accident with the cursor on the wrong button. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Great. What was the last thing you heard me say?
Subscribe to the YouTube for sure.
Okay. Yeah, I was just reminding for those who are watching us on Facebook that ReAct also has a presence on Facebook, and if you like and comment and join those pages as well, ReAct's page as well as ReAct Studios page, that would be awesome. Okay, and so I guess why don't I move into a conversation with Gary about Juke Joint Jukebox.
Absolutely. Hi, David.
Hi, Gary. How are you? So
I'm
Gary's
doing
beaming
great.
in from the Bay Area,
Yes, California.
and he'll be coming up in January to direct our show and perform in it. Yes,
That's right. Going
awesome.
on tour.
For those who aren't familiar with the show, why don't you tell us a little bit about it and why it's something people should come and see and support?
Yeah, absolutely. So, first off, I want to say hi to everybody. Thanks for being a part of this. This is a wonderful step for our Juke Joint Jukebox production. Um, First off, I am a board member with ReAct Theater in Seattle. And so that's how this whole connection has developed. And Juke Joint Jukebox is a cabaret production that has been in existence since 2018. And wow, what a whirlwind number of years and events and things that have happened since then. But the show is not only still kicking, it's gaining some momentum, and we have been touring further and further away from the Bay Area, and making a lot of wonderful connections. Yeah. Hand it back to you, David.
Yeah, and of course, ReAct has heard about the show, and just thought it would be a great production to bring up to Seattle and use Seattle local artists to generate a new version of it up here.
Absolutely.
And before I forget, since this is a telethon to try to raise money, up in the corner you'll see a QR code. If you click on that with your phone or device or whatever, it will take you directly to ReAct's donation page, where you can donate via PayPal or through Venmo or through GiveBig, various different ways that you can connect and contribute. So just FYI, it's always going to be up in the corner there for you. So I guess, is there anything that you want to, Gary, do you want to let us know about the show in terms of, it's a cabaret, yes?
Yes, absolutely. So it's a, what I personally love about the show is that, yes, it's a cabaret, and it's really kind of an educational movement that we've launched here in the Bay Area, of bringing more cultural education, musical education, cultural education to as much of the community as possible, knowing that our educational systems do not have a lot of this information. So from youth to adult, we're being kept away from a lot of great historical information and artistic information. So Juke Joint kind of tackles that systemic problem. And not only are we out to thoroughly entertain our audience, but we are passionate about bringing cultural information to the audiences as well. So for the past 5-6 years, we've integrated African American history, Latin American history, Asian American history, and beyond, in kind of into the structure of the show, into the cabaret show itself. And then it features amazing music from the Great American Songbook, going all the way back to slavery. And we kind of follow a timeline going all the way through the 1960s, 70s at the moment. So a lot of great music in between that time frame. And we also cover, a lot of historical events that happen in various eras in the United States during that during the course of the show, and how it relates to the music that was created in each era. So it's really fun for the audience. It's really entertaining, and we've had a great time going to different communities and searching for talent in new communities. A lot of underrepresented talent that has come out from the community and been a part of our show. And then after being seen in Juke Joint Jukebox, they're able to be seen and heard and start to get recruited by local theater companies, et cetera, et cetera. So it's kind of a bridge between traditional Bay Area theater companies and the community that doesn't have a lot of connections to it.
And that's actually one of the things I really love about the show, is that it does represent underserved artists, which of course is what ReAct has done for over 30 years, and loves to highlight the talents of people that don't often get a chance to perform on stage. And a little later in this broadcast, I'm going to actually take you on a little brief tour of ReAct Studios, where the performance will take place down here in the Pioneer Square, Soto district of Seattle, in January when the show opens, towards the end of January. Just note also that right now our space is being used by 2 different other theater companies rehearsing upcoming shows in December and January. And so we'll have to circumnavigate their noise as well as their activities in the space. Yeah, which is why you see a background of one of our studios behind me, because I'm actually in one of our studios, little studio spaces to record this. But why don't we pop over and let Cassandra tell us about some of the donation gifts that you can get for donating.
Yes, happy to share that. So again, hello and welcome to ReAct Theater's Juke Joint Jukebox fundraiser event. So as we've said, your donations during this event will go towards funding the production of Juke Joint Jukebox in Seattle. You can make a donation either by scanning that QR code in the top corner of the screen with your phone. It'll take you directly to ReAct's donation page, or you can go to www.reacttheater.org/donate. And again, we accept PayPal, Venmo, through Give Big or Washington Gives, or you can mail a check, and that address is also on the donation page. We're accepting those donations on an ongoing basis. So during tonight's telethon, please feel free to donate, or if you need to do it later, always accepting donations. And then we have some, let me pull that up. Oh, there it is. Perfect. We have some reward tiers. So if you donate between $1 and $50, you will get good karma. The universe, it will reward you. Do I know how? I don't, but it will. $50 to $100 will get you some special merch. If you donate $100 to $500, you will receive 2 tickets to see the Juke Joint Jukebox. $500 to $1,000, and you'll get 2 table tickets and 2 beverage tickets to the show. $1,000 to $2,500, 2 table tickets, 2 beverage tickets, and a merch package. And then if you donate $2,500 or more, you will receive all of the above tiers, plus dinner for 2 with both David and Gary. So wonderful rewards if you choose to donate to us and support this show.
Thanks, Cassandra.
We greatly appreciate any donations and, giving us your attention tonight.
Cassandra's also on our board, of course, and she's an awesome person. She's actually one of my students that I taught in an acting class, and since has increased her interest in the performing arts and theater in general, and has helped out tremendously with our theater company. Greatly
Thank you. I'm, and again, so excited to be here and to help out both with ReAct and with getting this show off the ground too.
Okay, next I believe that we will be showing a video performance from a past production of Juke Joint. Is that correct?
Yes. I have a little something to show off. So yeah, and to introduce what I want to show, as I said, we feature a lot of great music. It's really entertaining, really exciting and fun for the audience. They can sing along, they can tap their feet, they can get up and dance, and also learn something. So the first piece that I want to bring to the stage is a show we did a couple years ago at 6th Street Playhouse in Santa Rosa. We had a wonderful cast. Let's see here. And we always start our show singing spirituals or gospels from, as I said, the slavery era where really a lot of music originated in the country. And on slave plantations, there were community houses where slaves went. I guess they weren't forced to work one day a week, so they would all go to these community houses and kind of build their own community and create music. And even though drumming and African instruments were illegal on plantations, they created and discovered other ways to make music. A lot of it was verbal, you know, um, gospel, and a lot of slave spirituals were created out of that, which then grew into many other styles of music. So the first piece is one of those songs. All right. Yeah, so a little flavor. Sometimes we sing these songs a cappella. Most often we'll have a 3 or 4 piece band, which I think we're going to do in Seattle, with piano, drums, percussion, and maybe strings or guitar. So we'll kind of play with all of those, and then the performers on stage also have their own instruments, whether it's shakers or tambourines and things like that. So we'll create our own rhythms, create our own harmonies, and every show is different because we'll have different voices added to the mix. And I think you're on mute, David.
That's awesome, Gary. And just so everyone knows, what our plan is also is to convert our large Rainier room into sort of a juke joint nightclub on the performance nights. And there'll be cafe tables around the stage that are part of the stage where special guest seating will be arranged. And then behind that, the general seating for general tickets. And hopefully people can come and enjoy the show.
Absolutely. Come and support. Have a good time.
And why don't we take a little station identification break and throw it back to Cassandra to remind us again on how people can donate to help support this project.
Yes. So again, reminder, you can use your, if you're watching on your computer, you can use your phone and just scan that QR code in the top corner of the screen, and that'll bring you directly to the donation page, and you can donate. If you're watching on your phone, you can also just go directly to www.reacttheater.org/donate. You can also find a bunch more information on the ReAct website, including upcoming shows, and also the audition links as well. And then reminder that you do get something for your donations beyond the lovely feeling of helping a local theater company. $1 to $50 gets you good karma. Again, the universe will bless you. I don't know how, but it will. $50 to $100 special merch, $100 to $500, you'll get 2 tickets to see the show. $500 to $1,000, you'll get 2 table tickets. As David just explained, we're setting up that kind of vibe. And then 2 beverage tickets as well. And then $1,000 to $2,500 will get you 2 table tickets, 2 beverage tickets, and a merch package. And our big donors, $2,500 or more, will get all of the above, plus dinner for 2 with David and Gary.
And that dinner will probably take place during the run, which would be, of course, the end of January through early February in Seattle in 2026, coming up very soon.
Yes.
Great. Thanks, Cassandra. And Gary, we have some special guests tonight, yes?
We absolutely do.
Do you want to introduce the first one?
Yes, so very special guest has joined us tonight from the other side of the country, or at least the Midwest side of the country. One of my original Juke joint performers, Kimmy Armour. Say hello.
Hi. So happy to be here. So happy to see Jukebox kind of traverse the West Coast. So this is super, super exciting. So yeah, thank you for inviting me to be here.
Absolutely.
Thank you for joining us. We love having you.
Yeah.
So yeah, we have not only a wonderful video performance of Kimmy performing some of her works, but we're gonna have a few questions to ask Kimmy, so the audience can get to know who she is and how she came connected with Juke Joint.
Yeah. So again, Kimmy Armour. I am a singer, a writer, originally from Chicago, which is where I am right now in my hometown. But I'm also located in the Bay Area, which is where I live part of the time, which is kind of how I came to be in Gary's illustrious circle. I'm also in tech, so we shared a technology stint together where we actually started to talk about music. So things that we love, technology and music and creativity. And so recognizing that we had this shared love of music and theater, I had never actually done a lot of theater before meeting Gary. A lot of my musical experience, I went to DePaul University here in Chicago and studied vocal performance, and then moved to the West Coast and started working in tech. Completely different. And so I have a classical background, but my love of music is really, and the music I perform is R&B, jazz, and a little bit of gospel, in the vein of a lot of great singers that I admire, that kind of grew up in the church and then kind of splintered off into other forms of music. So that's kind of how I got my start and how I met Gary, working in retail at .com in San Francisco.
Yeah, so and my casting net is wide. So if I see talent anywhere I go, I'm gonna reach out and want to recruit. So yeah, so I heard Kimmy singing some of her own jazz works, And I was like, okay, we gotta connect and do a show. So Kimmy joined my 2019 world premiere production of Juke Joint Jukebox, the before known Shelton Theater in San Francisco. Now they've changed their name to Theater 33.
Very cool.
Yeah, wonderful run there in that space. Um, 2 times that year, in January, and then we came back in April. And the audiences just love the show. So we knew then we had a hit, and the rest is history.
Yeah, it was. I think it's really spectacular to see. I love creative people. I'm a cheerleader through and through of
Mhm.
original works, and so it's really kind of amazing to see what Gary's put together. This retrospective of Black music from slavery up through the '60s, and kind of to put together all these voices. And so I think what people really take away is this reminiscence of music put into
Mhm.
historical context. And I think they get a very different appreciation for the music and why it's so important, right? So great
Mhm.
songs, great songs never, are never out of style. And that's what makes this so incredibly special.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. We uh, have actors of all backgrounds and ethnicities in our show because we understand how important all communities have really helped each other and really leaned on each other through American history. We've had segments with performers like Marilyn Monroe and oh my gosh, the Rat Pack,
Yeah.
Frank
Frank
Sinatra.
Sinatra.
They were
Hmm.
very instrumental in opening up spaces for African American performers, even through Jim Crow. So things look, history nuggets like that are so important to know. Elvis Presley, another one that was, broke down barriers and color lines he even got forcibly drafted because he wouldn't stop featuring his music with black styles of movement and sound. So things like that are so important to kind of know. Not only does this music exist, but there's so many amazing stories behind it. So it's been really fun.
Yeah,
Telling.
absolutely. Absolutely. And I
So
think,
yeah, go for it.
mhm. Yeah, and
Hmm.
I was just gonna say some of the music that I personally love that's included in the show. One of my favorite singers and actresses is Lena Horne, and
Hmm.
so starting to doing "Stormy Weather," one of my favorite songs in the show, is amazing. Again, another phenomenal historical important song,
Hmm.
as well as actress and singer. So
Right.
really amazing.
Stories are endless.
Yeah, 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 absolutely. And there's just some fun, just really super fun interplay with the various characters in the juke
Mhm.
joint. So
That's
I
right.
think I think the history of the juke joint really kind of stands apart, and the
Mhm.
things that happened there. So especially for Black American experiences.
Right. So my grandmother kind of performed as a vaudeville performer on the chicken, they call the Chitlin
Chitlin
circuit
Circuit. Yeah, the
on the
Chitlin
East
Circuit.
Coast.
Hmm.
And she and my mom talk about how the juke joints, all the musicians would meet up after late hours, after they'd done their evening gigs or whatever, and they would meet at the juke joint and just jam all night. Instruments would, musicians would drop in, drop out. It was very kind of an open, environment. But they said some of the best music you've ever heard in your life was never recorded, but it was all
Yes,
played in those juke because all the best musicians would get together and just go at it. So it's really,
absolutely.
really fascinating stuff.
Yeah, and then what they would do is what they'd wake up on Sunday mornings and go to church,
Yeah,
or not wake up, but
or
just
not
roll
big up.
over from the juke joint and go to church, which is,
Right.
again, so rhythm and blues and gospel and country and all of the
Mhm.
interplay of those musical styles, emanated from those artists. So
Right.
really amazing magic that happened in juke joints during that time.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Well,
Yeah.
I have a wonderful piece of music that Kimmy has created. You want to talk a little bit about this before we show it off?
Yeah. Absolutely. So, like I said, I'm a writer as well, and this is one of those songs that I've written, and it's produced by with this amazing producer Paula Galatano, who's produced some amazing music for folks like Layla Hathaway and Shaka Khan and just some amazing people. And I met
Mhm.
Paul in LA, and this particular song is a song that I wrote about my grandmother when she passed away, and I really wasn't able to sing for her funeral services. It was just too emotional. But I wrote this song after her passing, and it's just my ode to her, and it's called "Be Heard," and it's about being heard um, throughout time. Even after someone is no longer in your physical space, but they are spiritually there with you. So this is a song that I performed with my band.
All right. Okay, let me pull this up here. Organizes. Okay. And let me add this to the stage.
You can also find this, so while Gary's pulling that up, you can also find this on
Mm-hmm.
iTunes. So my music is available on iTunes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you want to share the link to that, please do and put it in the chat. All right, here we go. Without further ado, be heard.
Is it coming?
Oh yeah.
Is it coming?
Yes. So yes, I mean that should definitely inspire music creators out there, especially ones in Seattle in January. If you guys are out there and are doing your own thing, doing your jazz or your gospel or whatever genres of music, you should definitely come swing by and see us and support, or let us know you exist. Send us some of your works because I'm always looking. I'm always looking for vocalists and performers wherever I go. So that's the way to do
Absolutely.
it. All right. Well, thank you so much, Kimmy. Is there anything you're doing coming up performing? You were talking about singing at the church.
Yeah. So okay, my lights went.
Oh, your lights went out. Okay.
Well, they went. Okay, this is for real
See,
live.
mood lighting. I like
Okay,
the mood light.
right. It's they go off. automatically. But yeah, so I'm in my I'm in my I'm in my hometown of Chicago, right? And so this
Mhm.
is I'm also singing back at the church, Our Lady of Africa, Holy Angels, the Catholic Church, that I got my start at singing. So at that time, it was a school and a church that was connected. And so that's where I started singing. So again, back in that tradition of singing in church and growing your talent from there. So so definitely doing music around the holidays for High Holy Season, for Catholics is Christmas, of course, right? So I'll be doing a lot of singing with Our Lady of Africa church choir under the direction of Tyrone Pittman. So really excited about that. Yeah, and just excited to be back in Chicago doing
Mhm.
music, and hopefully I'll be recording some things here as well.
Okay.
Yay!
Fantastic.
So good luck, Juke Joint Jukebox in Seattle. I can't wait to hear how much money you've raised and
Thank
to
you.
see the production in the coming new year.
Yes. So
Thanks.
much. All right. Do we get to bring David back on stage for a studio tour?
Hello.
Hello. Welcome
Can
back.
you, can you see me? Hello. I'm down on First Avenue in Pioneer Square,
Oh,
kind of the
all
middle of the
right.
district. This is where ReAct Studios is located. Let's see. Directly behind me, you can see the exhaust, or so you know how we have that Alaskan Way tunnel that used to be
Yes.
the viaduct. Well, so this is one of the exhaust pipes. It's really
Oh,
pretty. They change
it's
the
nice
colors
to
of it all the
see.
time. So right now it's blue, and it turns pink and green. And anyway, that's right across the street from us.
Wow.
So if you need a landmark to find the studios, we're on First Avenue, right in front of that. Lumen Field's also behind our building. But here we are, and I'm going to walk backwards to kind of show you. We're located at 562 First Avenue South, and you come to our door. We'll have a doorman whenever we have performances to buzz you in. And then you walk into the lobby here. And you can either take the stairwell up, which is directly behind me here, or
Mhm.
you can take the elevator. And we'll take the elevator because it's a little faster. So the elevator's in the back of the lobby. And to tell you a little bit about the space, it's in an old warehouse building down in Pioneer Square. One of our regular supporter, volunteer, great patron people, Kyoko Matsumoto. She's a realtor, and she helped us find the space during the pandemic when our previous space closed and got torn down, actually, by developers. So we moved down here, and we're on the fourth floor. So, we just hit the little panel and go up to 4. And just a reminder, again, we have several different groups rehearsing in our space tonight, so I can't disturb them, but just know that that's happening when we get upstairs. Um, and so the moment you arrive in the elevator and you walk off the elevator doors, you come into our space. And I'm sort of going to do a little spin around in our lobby. We have theater displays, and our big rehearsal hall or event room is directly behind me, where there's a group rehearsing right now. I believe they're rehearsing a production of King, using our space for over a year now. We have this lovely catering kitchen here in this space as well, and a dressing room behind me where Cassandra's actually broadcasting from, and some other office spaces. Then we have our scenic storage, which is behind these panels here, where we store all of our furniture and property stuff. Behind me on this side, we have costume storage, and then our back studio, which is closed right now because there's another group rehearsing in there. They're doing a new play by a local playwright that will play here in our space in December. So lots going on. But that's kind of a quick tour of ReAct Studios. And just so you have an idea, we have, if we're asking for donations, obviously, to help cover the costs of doing this production. But just know that just operating the space alone keeps our theater, always having to raise money to keep the space going. Because we obviously share it with the community, but it costs us about $5,000 a month to keep the space operational, and that's just for the rent. Obviously, we'd love to be able to hire some additional staff and people to help manage the space and whatnot. But your contributions to make this production possible will help, of course, keep the space open, and it just keeps snowballing from there. So please give whatever you can. And just quickly, we're going to throw it back to Cassandra to remind you how you can donate.
Thanks, David.
I was muted. Okay. Again, if you're just joining us, welcome. A reminder that ways you can donate. If you can scan the QR code that's in the corner of the screen with your phone, and that'll take you directly to ReAct's donation page where you can donate in a couple of different ways, or you can go to www.reacttheater.org/donate. That's on the screen below me there. Reminder that if you donate during this stream or for this show, there are some prizes that you'll win. So if you donate between $1 and $50, you get good karma. The universe will bless you. I know it. $50 to $100 special merch, $100 to $500 to seat tickets to see the show. $500 to $1,000 will get you 2 table tickets plus 2 beverage tickets. $1,000 to $2,500 will get you 2 table tickets, 2 beverage tickets, and a merch package. And if you're a big donator, $2,500 or more, you will get all of the above tiers plus dinner for 2 with David and Gary, likely during the run of the show in January. And again, also on the ReAct website, you can find all of the donation information and links. You can also find information about upcoming shows, including the Juke Joint Jukebox, and then any audition information as well will also be on the website. And thank you. We've had a couple of donations so far. Thank you so much for contributing both to the show and to a small local theater trying to stay open for this community and give space for all sorts of shows in the future.
Thanks, Cassandra. And I'm back at my recording spot after giving that walking tour of our space. Just in case you're interested, ReAct Studios is open to our community. We rent it out to other arts organizations and individual artists to use the space as they need to at pennies on the dollar. We're trying to keep the space affordable. So we basically actually have a pay what you can rental model. So come check us out. We're always giving tours to new groups and to new people who want to come use the space. We have 2 rehearsal spaces. Again, I should do that catering kitchen and other smaller little dressing rooms and studios that can also be used here for whatever you need to do, classes, workshops, rehearsals, your own private events or your own public events. We've started doing performances here as of this past year, and have had several groups perform here, including our first production here, which was production of the Laramie Project in September, which went off really well. So come check it out and come use the space. We would love to have you if you are in need of rehearsal space or meeting space or classroom space, or if you want to throw your wedding here, we'll be happy to do anything that helps the community out.
Fantastic. Yeah, so I guess I get to tease one more Juke joint video for you guys. So this particular video we're very proud of, because as we go on tour and go into different cities and connect with the community, things can kind of organically take place. So when we were in Rohnert Park, where we performed a number of times at the fabulous Spreckles Performing Arts Center, sadly their artistic director was going to join us tonight, but she got really sick. We've had some wonderful shows there, and folks from the community have come up to us, including the former mayor of Rohnert Park, and they said, wow, your show is so entertaining and educational. Why don't you take it to the school district and perform for the kids in the school district? Because there's so much great information that kids need to learn about. So this particular show is at one of the elementary schools in Sonoma County, where we performed like our 1 hour version of our normal 2-hour show. So I want to show a clip. The performer's name is Blue, Bleu, and he actually won a prestigious acting award, like Actor of the Year for Sonoma County. All the theater stuff that they performed at. So let me bring this video up. This is a little snippet of him singing with us, and just some of the wonderful connections that we've made bringing our show up there. Okay. Let me bring this up to the stage. Okay, and here we go.
Yes, my name is Jonathan, but my friends call me Blue. Can you say hi, Blue? Hi, Blue. I should add, this is a call and response, so get ready to respond to his call. I'll help you out. Hey folks, here's a story about Minnie the Moocher. She was a low-down moocher. She was the roughest, toughest rail, but Minnie had a heart as big as a whale. Hidey, 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 ho. Hidey, 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 ho. She had a dream of Stephen. He gave her things that she was needed. He gave her a home built of gold and steel, a diamond car with a platinum wheel. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, ay,
All right. So yes, a different era of music. And yeah, these wonderful performers are able to kind of recreate the vibe, the ambiance, the musical stylings, the musicianship of all of these eras. And probably the first time any of those kids have ever heard a song from that era. So it's just so great to expose youth and adults to all these styles of music. And that's what we're going to keep on doing. All right, let me throw it back to David. Whoops, sorry about that.
Thanks, Gary.
There you are.
That was great. Yeah, we're so looking forward to having this show up in Seattle and having you come up in January to make it happen. If you're interested, ReAct, of course, has a lot of other programming coming up. This December on the 19th, we're actually showcasing a local artist named Alan Fitzpatrick, which many of you might know. He's actually a well-respected and renowned actor here in the Seattle community, who's been performing on Broadway for past years and now lives here in Seattle, and has done some work up at Icicle Creek, as well as with all the major theaters in town, Village, Act, Fifth Avenue, you name it, he's performed around. And it will be doing his one-man adaptation of A Christmas Carol. Again, that's December 19th. It'll be at 7:30 right here in our studios. And tickets are available online if you go to our website and check it out. It's a really great show. It's one of only 2 performances this season of his adaptation in Seattle. He's doing it all over the Pacific Northwest, from over on the peninsula, down south, up north, all over. But there are only 2 shows in Seattle, the first of which is on the 19th here at ReAct Studios. So come check it out. If you're up in North Seattle, there's also a performance of it in the Northgate area, I believe a few days later or the week after. Anyway, go to our social media. It's all listed there as well. But definitely don't miss the production here at ReAct Studios. It should be quite special. Following that, of course, our next production after that we're presenting will be Juke Joint Jukebox here again at ReAct Studios, opening in January, running through early February. And then after that, actually the week after Juke Joint Jukebox closes, we'll be opening ReAct's next main stage show, which is a production of a wonderful play called Buyer and Seller by Jonathan Tollins. It's about an actor who gets a job working in Barbra Streisand's basement, and all the crazy stuff that happens. Obviously a work of fiction, but quite fun. It's actually also a one-person show, and it's one of my favorite plays, and I'm very excited to finally get to produce it and present it. It's a show that was scheduled to be produced by us back in 2020, and then of course the pandemic hit, and we've had to postpone its production until now. So finally it will be on our stage, and we're very excited and looking forward to that. Later in the season, of course, we'll also be presenting an encore of our wonderfully our wonderful production of the Laramie Project, that was produced by Moises Kaufman and the Tectonic Theater Project. In addition to the sequel to that show, Laramie Project 10 Years Later, which is another play that they wrote following up the Laramie Project. And those 2 shows will actually play in repertory rotation here at ReAct Studios, opening in the fall of 2026 and running through most of the fall. 2 really great shows that you want to come and check out, not to miss. Obviously, you can always find out what's currently playing and what's going on here at ReAct Studios. In addition to our productions, there are also some upcoming productions from other companies, such as Baker Theater Company, which is currently rehearsing in our space. So check out our calendar and our schedule when you get a chance. And I'm going to throw it back to Gary, because I believe that you're still casting for Juke Joint Jukebox.
Oh my goodness, yes, we are. Casting. Yes, we are currently auditioning and calling back performers for the show, and we still have some open slots left. We're looking for African-American male and female performers to add to the cast. there's very specific tracks, vocal tracks in the cast to, as I said, recreate different styles of music, whether it be Little Richard, whether it be, oh my gosh, as I said, Marilyn Monroe, whether it be the Four Tops, Spinners, Temptations, on and on. So many different various performers are included in the storytelling of the cabaret show, and then the music that is selected for the cabaret show. So we're still looking for African American performers. Reach out to your folks, your friends, your acquaintances. If you hear someone fantastic at a karaoke bar, call them up. get their contact info. I've booked folks off of that before. Wonderful performers. So yeah, scour the town. We are looking to cast some more folks. Audition process is ongoing, and are we looking at the QR code up there for?
Yes,
audition?
I believe there's a second QR code that's in the other corner on our telethon window, which is an audition page link to get audition submission information to us to audition.
Please do. Want to hear from you.
You can also go to our website, of course, www.reacttheater.org, and follow the links to find out about auditions for Juke Joint Jukebox and other upcoming projects in the future. Yes, and as Gary said, again, if you know any great performers that love to sing and are great singers, please send them our way. We have started casting, and some of the roles have already been offered for our production in January, but there are still open parts available, and we would love to get great quality people to come and perform in our cabaret.
Absolutely.
And now a quick toss back to Cassandra to remind us again, once more, how you can contribute to our telethon.
Yes, hello again. So once again, if you're just joining us, welcome in. We'll be posting this stream later so people can go back and watch everything that we've said so far. But just a reminder, you can donate either by scanning the QR code that's up in the right-hand corner of your screen. That will take you directly to ReAct's donate page. You can also just go directly to www.reacttheater.org/donate. We accept several different types of donations through PayPal, through Venmo, through check, however works for you. And then that QR code in the top left-hand corner is the one for the audition page. But you can reach both of them if you get to ReAct's website. And we would just like to thank our donors that we've had so far. And I'm going to go ahead and thank our donors in the future, too. I know people will watch this and contribute. Yeah, so again, scan that QR code up there. Donate. Every penny helps put on these shows.
Thanks, Alexandra.
And again, of course, a reminder of the good karma and all the other things that you can get if you donate.
And while we have that screen up, I just want to give you an idea of what each little category can help the theater do. In the $100 to $50 level, I mean, that kind of just helps keep the space open. Obviously, there's lots of expenses to running a space like this. Supplies, utilities, insurance, and your gift from the $1 to $50 level goes to support that easily. If you're doing the $50 to $100 level, that could actually help with building the set. Each table that we have to rent and deck out for our cabaret will probably cost us about $100. So we would love to have you support that if you're able to. From the $100 to $500 level, that's basically bringing in your support to help cover the costs of hiring an artist to perform the show, whether it be a musician that's playing an instrument to back up the singers, or the wonderful singers that we're going to cast in the show. And then from the $500 to $1,000 level, that will help with the paying for getting Gary up here and our music director and all their costs in terms of putting on the production and making the production happen. For the $1,000 to $250,000 level, that's kind of helping keep the space going. Obviously, we have to put in all sorts of seats and lighting and decorations and building a set and publicity for the show, marketing, posters, flyers, programs, all that will easily be covered if you are able to contribute in the $1,000 to $250,000 level. And then, of course, if you're donating at our highest tier, which is the $2,500 level, we will happily take you and the guest out to dinner before the show or on some other night if you're choosing during our production to thank you for that generous gift, and know that you basically made the production possible by covering all the other costs that it takes to put on a show and keep our space open and rentable and all the wonderful things that go along with this production. As you may or may not have heard earlier when we talked about it, we're converting our large performance space into a nightclub, a cabaret nightclub, and there'll be tables around the stage where you can get drinks and other goodies to eat and served during the show, and then around them will be our general seating where you can also get drinks if you want to, but there won't be you won't have your own table, and enjoy the show there as well. But it should be a really fun night of entertaining song and festivities that we hope you'll come and check out. And I guess that's it. We've been telephoning for about just over an hour now, and we're gonna sign off and know that you can watch this at your leisure to find out again more about our show in the future. And we will have continual updates on our website in terms of how much this online telethon has brought in over time. But please give what you can. It is tax deductible, and we really appreciate your support. A quick again shout out to our special guest, of course, Gary, who's broadcasting from the Bay Area, as well as our other guest, Kimmy, who joined us from Chicago, and thanks again to our board support person, Cassandra, who is actually here also at ReAct Studios. And also a quick shout out to our other board member, Katie Tupper, who's our board president, who's actually been our stage manager this evening and made this wonderful telethon even possible. And we really appreciate her help and support as well. But with that, I want to wish you all a wonderful evening, and we look forward to seeing you at Juke Joint Jukebox when we open in January.
Woohoo!
Woohoo!
Thanks, everyone.
All right.
Thanks, ReAct Theater.